Success isn't a matter of waiting for the right moment. It's about creating the right mindset and pushing forward relentlessly, no matter the obstacles. The shark mindset isn't a trend or just some catchy phrase. It's the key to becoming unstoppable, to relentlessly chase your goals and never back down, no matter how tough things get. Imagine waking up every day knowing that nothing can stand in your way, that fear becomes fuel, and that setbacks are just stepping stones. This is the mindset that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It's about stepping up, facing every challenge head on, and maintaining the kind of focus and determination that most people only dream of. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can develop this shark mindset and how it will unlock new levels of success in your life. This isn't just for a select few. It's for anyone willing to do the work, to push through discomfort, and to create a life they're proud of. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to adopt this mindset, how to make it a part of your daily routine, and how to stop letting fear, doubt, or failure control you. You're about to learn how to become unstoppable. Let's dive in. Number 1, power of a shark mindset. We're talking about something that can change everything for you. We're talking about the shark mindset. Now, I'm not just giving you some catchy phrase to toss around. This is the real deal. The shark mindset is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. It's the kind of mindset that keeps you moving, keeps you hungry, keeps you pursuing greatness, no matter what. You know, there's something powerful about the way a shark moves through the water. It's constant. It's relentless. A shark doesn't rest. A shark doesn't stop. A shark knows that if it stops swimming, it dies. And that's where the real lesson lies. We may not be swimming in the ocean, but our success and growth depend on the same principle. Keep moving forward. That's what the shark mindset is all about. It's about constant motion, relentless pursuit, and knowing that every single day counts toward your success. Now think about your life for a second. How many times have you found yourself stuck, unsure of what to do next? How many times have you hesitated, doubted yourself, or let fear take the lead? I get it. It happens to all of us. But here's the thing. If you want to truly thrive, if you want to reach the heights of success, you cannot afford to stop. You cannot afford to sit back and wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The shark mindset teaches you that the perfect moment is now. The perfect time is the moment you decide to take action. You've heard it said that action creates momentum. But I want to take that a step further. Relentless action creates unstoppable momentum. And that's the kind of momentum that can change your life. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every bit of progress gets you closer to your goals. And if you're always moving, always striving, there's no way you can fail. Let's talk about progress for a moment. A shark doesn't wait for the ocean to be calm or for the conditions to be perfect. It just swims, it moves, it thrives. And that's the attitude you need to adopt. Life is never going to be perfect. There's always going to be a reason to hold back, a reason to wait, a reason to tell yourself, maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes, does it? You know it, I know it. The only time that exists is right now. And the only way to make progress is to act right now. I know it's easy to get caught up in thinking that you need all the answers before you can move forward. You think, I need the right plan, or I need the right people, or I need more time. But the truth is, waiting for the perfect moment only keeps you stuck. If you want success, you have to take action now. Even if it's messy, even if you don't have everything figured out. Action leads to clarity. Action leads to progress. And action creates momentum. The more you move, the more you'll discover. The more you'll learn, the more you'll grow. But only if you keep moving. So I'm going to ask you to take a moment and think about where you're at right now. Are you stuck? Are you in a place where you've been waiting for the right opportunity or the right moment to come along? If so, let me tell you something important. The right moment is right now. What's holding you back? The fear, the doubt, the uncertainty. Here's the hard truth. Those things are always going to be there. The only thing you can control is what you do in the face of them. And when you have the shark mindset, you don't let fear control you. You use it as fuel to move forward. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Success isn't handed to you. It's not served on a silver platter. But if you're willing to keep moving, if you're willing to show up every day, if you're willing to push through the tough times, that's when the magic happens. That's when everything changes. There's a saying I like to remind myself of. If you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. And that's the truth. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same results. But the moment you decide to take different action, the moment you step out of your comfort zone, that's when you start to see new results. That's when you start to see progress. You've got to be relentless. When you get knocked down, you get back up. When you face obstacles, you don't stop. You don't give up. You don't throw in the towel. You find a way to keep moving forward. Because here's the thing, you're capable of more than you think. You have the strength to push through, the resilience to keep going, and the determination to reach your goals. But it all starts with that decision to keep moving. The shark mindset is about knowing that no matter what happens, you're not going to stop. You're going to keep swimming. You're going to keep pushing. You're going to keep striving. And eventually, you're going to reach your goals. The shark mindset is about more than just moving. It's about the way you approach life, the way you handle obstacles, and the way you show up every single day. It's about deciding that no matter what happens, you're going to keep moving forward. And the more you move, the more you'll accomplish. The more you push, the closer you'll get to your dreams. Let's get real for a moment. Are you really ready to adopt this mindset? Are you ready to stop making excuses, stop waiting for the perfect moment, and start taking relentless action? Because that's what it takes. It takes deciding that no matter what, you're going to keep going. It takes deciding that you're not going to let fear or doubt or any obstacles stand in your way. You're going to move forward. You're going to take action. And you're going to do whatever it takes to reach your goals. So here's what I want you to do. The next time you feel like giving up, the next time you feel like you've hit a wall, remember this, you're like the shark in the water. You've got to keep swimming. You've got to keep moving. Because if you do, success is waiting for you on the other side. And the shark mindset is your key to getting there. Number 2, relentless focus on progress. Progress isn't something that just happens overnight. It's something you actively create every single day. And that's where relentless focus comes into play. We all want to make progress. We all have big dreams. We all have goals that seem almost out of reach sometimes. But here's the deal. You're not going to get there by being distracted. The key to unlocking the kind of success you're dreaming of is relentless focus on progress. And what I want to talk about today is how you can build this focus into your life and really see results. You see, life is full of distractions, and sometimes it can feel like they're coming at you from all sides. Whether it's social media, news, or even well-meaning friends and family, there are constant things pulling your attention away from what truly matters. But let me tell you something. If you want to achieve anything worthwhile in life, you've got to have a clear, unwavering focus on progress. It doesn't matter how many distractions come your way. If you keep your focus on your progress and your end goal, you'll be unstoppable. The world is full of people who get distracted and give up on their dreams because they don't stay focused. They get excited about something at first, but then life happens. They get busy, they get sidetracked, and before they know it, weeks or months have passed and they're no closer to where they want to be. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to let distractions get in your way. You don't have to let life get you off course. When you focus relentlessly on progress, you build momentum. And that momentum is what will carry you to success. It's all about deciding that your dreams and goals are non-negotiable. You've got to stop letting things take your attention away from the things that truly matter. Every day you need to wake up with the mindset that today is going to be a step forward in your journey. Even if it's just a small step, it's progress. And small steps, taken consistently over time, add up to huge results. A lot of people think that in order to make progress, they need to make huge life-altering changes. They think they need to completely overhaul their routine, change everything about their life, and start fresh. But that's not necessary. Progress doesn't require giant leaps all the time. It's the small, consistent actions that lead to the biggest results. The secret is in the daily habits, the choices you make every single day to stay focused on your progress, no matter how small. Think about it this way. When you set out to achieve something, the journey doesn't always go as planned. Things don't always work out the way you expect. But progress isn't about things going perfectly. It's about showing up every day, no matter what. Even on the days when you feel like quitting, progress is about continuing to move forward. And that's where relentless focus comes in. When you're focused on your progress, you don't get bogged down by setbacks. You don't let failures stop you. You keep your eyes on the prize. and you keep moving forward. Now I'm sure there are days when you've felt discouraged. You've worked hard, you've put in the effort, but things aren't moving as fast as you'd like. That's normal. In fact, that's part of the process. Making progress isn't always about seeing results immediately. It's about staying the course, continuing to put in the effort, and trusting that the results will come. That's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The ability to keep going no matter what. When you stay focused on your progress and keep taking action, you'll look back one day and realize how far you've come. So how do you develop this kind of relentless focus? It starts with being crystal clear on your goals. You need to know exactly what you're working toward. And once you know that, you need to block out all the noise and distractions that are trying to pull you away from that goal. You've got to create boundaries around your time and your energy. The people who are truly successful are the ones who don't let distractions pull them off course. They stay focused and they stay disciplined. Another way to develop relentless focus is to break your goals down into smaller, manageable tasks. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you think about your big goals all at once. But if you break them down into smaller steps, they become a lot more achievable. Focus on the next step, not the entire staircase. Every time you take one of those small steps, you're moving closer to your goal. And every time you make progress, you reinforce that focus. The key to relentless focus is consistency. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. And the people who make progress are the ones who show up every single day, put in the work, and refuse to give up. It's not about working harder than everyone else. It's about being more consistent than everyone else. The people who succeed are the ones who make the decision every day to keep moving forward, no matter what. And here's a secret. It's not always going to be easy. There are going to be days when you don't feel like working, days when you feel like giving up, and days when you wonder if it's all worth it. But that's the point. Success isn't about feeling motivated every single day. It's about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, and making progress, no matter what. That's what makes the difference. When you focus relentlessly on progress, you train your mind to ignore distractions and keep your eyes on the prize. And when you keep moving forward, you'll be amazed at how quickly things start to change. Progress builds on itself. One step leads to the next. And before you know it, you've made significant strides toward your goals. It doesn't happen overnight, but with relentless focus, you will get there. Every small action you take today is a step closer to the life you want to create. So make a decision today that you're going to commit to progress. Every single day, no matter what, you're going to stay focused. You're going to take one small step, no matter how insignificant it may seem at the time. And you're going to trust that it's leading you to bigger and better things. Because it is. Focus on progress, and nothing will stand in your way. Let today be the day that you start focusing on progress with everything you've got. Let today be the day you say no to distractions and yes to taking action. The results will follow, and soon you'll look back and realize that relentless focus was the key to your success. Number 3, the fearless pursuit of what you want. Fear is something we all experience at different points in our lives. It's one of those emotions that can either hold us back or push us to take bold, decisive action. Most people shy away from what they fear, and that's natural. Fear feels uncomfortable. It makes us question ourselves and our abilities. But I want you to understand something important. Fear, when used the right way, can be one of your greatest allies. It can drive you forward, push you toward what you want, and help you achieve things you never thought possible. You see, fear is not something to avoid. It's something to embrace and use as fuel for the fearless pursuit of your goals. Fearless pursuit doesn't mean you don't feel fear. It means you feel the fear, acknowledge it, and then move forward anyway. It's about being brave enough to step out of your comfort zone and take risks. Fearless pursuit means taking action, despite the uncertainty, despite the unknown. It's about trusting yourself and your ability to figure things out as you go. And trust me, that's the key to success. The people who achieve big things in life are not the ones who never feel fear. They're the ones who choose to act anyway. Think about any successful person you admire, whether they're an entrepreneur, an athlete, an artist, or anyone else who's made a big impact in their field. I can guarantee you that they all faced fear at some point. In fact, most of them probably faced fear on a regular basis. But they didn't let it stop them. They didn't let it control their actions. Instead, they used it as motivation to push forward, to take the next step, and to keep going when everyone else might have quit. That's the mindset that sets successful people apart from those who give up too soon. Fearless pursuit requires you to stop waiting for the perfect moment. A lot of people sit on the sidelines, waiting for the stars to align, waiting for the right opportunity to come along. They wait for the fear to go away. But here's the thing. The perfect moment never comes. There is never a time when you'll feel 100% ready. If you wait for the fear to disappear, you'll be waiting forever. Instead, you need to take action in the face of fear. You need to step up and make the first move, even if your knees are shaking and your heart is racing. That's how you build momentum. That's how you get results. The key to fearless pursuit is not to eliminate fear, but to act in spite of it. You have to develop the courage to face your fears head on and push past them. It's about having the confidence to trust that you have what it takes to figure things out as you go. You don't need to have all the answers up front. You just need to keep moving forward, step by step, even when the path ahead isn't clear. A big part of fearless pursuit is having a clear vision of what you want and being willing to go after it. No matter the obstacles, you've got to know what you want, and you've got to want it badly enough that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. This is where the fear starts to lose its grip. When you're so focused on your vision and so driven by your desire to achieve it, the fear starts to fade into the background. It doesn't go away, but it becomes irrelevant because you're so focused on what's in front of you, not on what could go wrong. But even when fear doesn't hold you back, there are still plenty of challenges and obstacles that will come your way. Fearless pursuit doesn't mean the road is easy. It just means you don't let the road stop you. You understand that setbacks are part of the process, and you keep pushing forward no matter what. Every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Every failure is a chance to learn. Every difficult moment is a test of your determination. And when you push through those challenges, you become stronger, more resilient, and more capable. You've got to train yourself to see fear as an indicator that you're on the right path. The more fear you feel, the more you know that you're stepping into uncharted territory. And that's where growth happens. When you're not afraid of failure, when you're not afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone, that's when you start to see real progress. You've got to get comfortable with discomfort. You've got to be willing to feel the fear and do it anyway. The fear of failure is one of the most common things that holds people back. People are afraid of looking stupid, of making mistakes, or of falling short of their own expectations. But here's the truth. Failure isn't something to fear. Failure is a necessary part of success. It's through failure that you learn, adapt, and grow. It's through failure that you develop the skills, the mindset, and the resilience to succeed. When you fear failure, you're holding yourself back from the very thing that can help you grow. So instead of fearing failure, embrace it. Use it as fuel to keep going, to try again, to adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Fearless pursuit is about taking control of your life and not letting fear dictate your actions. It's about being willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. It's about choosing to act, even when you don't have all the answers. The people who achieve their goals are the ones who are willing to go after them, no matter how uncertain the journey may be. They understand that fear is just a natural part of the process, and they don't let it stop them from taking action. It's also important to understand that fearless pursuit doesn't mean you're always going to be fearless. Some days you'll feel the fear more than others. Some days the fear might seem overwhelming, but that's okay. The key is not to avoid fear, but to continue moving forward despite it. The fear doesn't have to go away for you to succeed. In fact, the more you embrace it and push through it, the more you'll realize that it's not nearly as powerful as it seems. Fear only has the power that you give it. If you want to accomplish great things, you've got to be willing to face fear and take bold, decisive action. The fearless pursuit of your goals means that no matter what, you keep going. No matter how uncertain things seem, you keep moving forward. You've got to get comfortable with discomfort. You've got to make fear your ally instead of your enemy. When you do that, you'll realize that the only thing standing between you and your success is your willingness to act despite the fear. So go after what you want with everything you've got. Feel the fear, but don't let it control you. Take that first step and keep stepping forward. No matter how scared you feel, no matter how many doubts you have, just keep moving. You'll be amazed at how much you're capable of when you refuse to let fear stand in your way. Number 4, unstoppable determination. It's what separates the dreamers from the achievers, the ones who make excuses from the ones who take action. When you have unstoppable determination, you don't quit at the first sign of failure. You don't throw in the towel when things get tough. Instead, you dig in your heels, set your jaw, and keep pushing forward, no matter what life throws your way. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about having the grit to keep going when the odds are stacked against you. It's about a mentality that says no matter how many times you fall, you're getting back up. I want you to picture something for a moment. Think about an obstacle. Maybe it's a setback you've faced in your life, or something you've been avoiding because it seems too difficult. Now imagine that obstacle is right in front of you. It's bigger than anything you've ever faced. It's a mountain that seems impossible to climb. But here's the thing. This is where your unstoppable determination comes into play. You don't need to figure out how you're going to conquer that mountain all at once. You don't need the perfect plan. All you need to do is take that first step, one step. That's how unstoppable determination works. It's not about knowing everything up front. It's about making the decision to keep moving, even when you don't have all the answers. What most people don't realize is that determination isn't something you're born with. It's not some magical trait that only a few special people have. It's something you develop over time. It's a skill just like any other skill, and it's developed through practice and through pushing through challenges. When you face a challenge and decide to keep going, even when it's hard, you're strengthening your determination. You're teaching yourself that no matter how tough things get, you have what it takes to keep moving forward. And the more you do it, the stronger your determination becomes. But I know this isn't always easy. Sometimes when you hit a setback, it can feel like the world is crashing down. Maybe you feel discouraged. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough, or like you'll never get there. That's natural. Everyone experiences those feelings at some point. But the difference between those who succeed and those who give up is simple. Successful people don't let their feelings control them. They understand that emotions are temporary, but results are permanent. So when you're feeling down, remind yourself of this. The feeling of determination is what will get you through. It's that feeling of knowing that no matter how many times you fall, you're going to keep getting back up. That's what will carry you through the hard times. Determination isn't about having all the answers or having everything go perfectly. In fact, if you wait for everything to be perfect before you take action, you'll be waiting forever. Perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. The key is progress. Even when things don't go exactly as planned, you keep moving forward. And it's in that forward movement that you build momentum. It's when you take action, even when you don't feel like it, that you start to see results. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in life. Once you get it going, it's unstoppable. But you've got to start. You've got to take that first step and then keep taking steps, no matter how small. There will be days when you don't feel like working. There will be days when the task ahead seems too big and the effort required seems impossible. Those are the days that test your determination. Those are the moments when you have to dig deeper. You have to remind yourself of why you're doing this. What is the bigger vision? What is the ultimate goal you're working toward? And when you remind yourself of that, you find that your energy returns. You find that your determination strengthens. You find that you have what it takes to keep going. It's also important to understand that unstoppable determination doesn't mean you're never going to face failure. In fact, failure is an inevitable part of the process. It's part of the journey. But what you do with failure is what matters. When you fail, you don't quit. You don't let it define you. You learn from it. You adjust your approach, and you keep moving forward. Failure isn't the end. It's a lesson. It's a step on the path towards success. And the more you fail and keep going, the more unstoppable you become. Every setback you experience, every failure you face, is an opportunity to strengthen your determination. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you're not giving up. You're not walking away from your dreams. And the more you prove this to yourself, the more unstoppable you become. You start to develop a mindset that says, I will never quit. No matter what happens, I will keep going. I will find a way to make it happen. That's the kind of mindset that leads to success. And here's another important point. Unstoppable determination isn't just about your goals. It's about the way you approach life. It's about how you face challenges, how you respond to setbacks, and how you keep going even when things are tough. It's about the attitude you bring to every situation. Unstoppable determination is an attitude that says, no matter what happens, I am going to do my best. I am going to take action. I am going to keep moving forward. That attitude is what will set you apart. It's what will make you stand out, and it's what will lead you to success. Remember, success isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about determination. It's about continuing to take action, even when the road is tough. And the more you cultivate that unstoppable determination, the more you'll realize that there's nothing you can't achieve. The obstacles you once thought were insurmountable will seem small. The fears you once thought would hold you back will no longer have control over you. And the only thing standing between you and your goals will be your willingness to keep going. So don't give up when things get tough. Don't walk away when the going gets hard. Push through. Keep moving. Because with unstoppable determination, you can achieve anything. No dream is too big. No goal is too far out of reach. And no setback is too much to overcome. You've got what it takes. Keep going. And don't stop until you get there. Number 5. Relentless in your actions. When you move forward, even when the world says stop, you're building something extraordinary inside yourself. The truth is, people often get stuck in a cycle of hesitation, wondering if they're making the right choice, if this is the right time, or if they're capable of seeing it through. That hesitation is the enemy of progress. It's the thing that holds so many people back from their true potential. But when you commit to relentless action, you unlock the possibility of success that lies beyond doubt, beyond fear, and beyond the comfortable zone that many people stay trapped in. Think about the most successful people you know, or maybe the ones you admire from afar. Do you think they got there by sitting back, waiting for the perfect moment to act? No, they took action. Relentless action. Action even when the path was unclear, when there were obstacles in their way, when they had no idea how things were going to unfold. They didn't waste time trying to make everything perfect before taking the first step. They just moved. And that's what you need to understand. Action is what gets results, and it's the action you take today that will shape your tomorrow. The reality is, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't need all the answers, the best strategy, or the perfect resources. What you need is a commitment to relentless action. Action doesn't have to be big and grand every time. It just needs to be consistent. Small actions repeated every single day will add up to something huge over time. Whether it's making that phone call, writing that email, working on that project for just one more hour, or taking a step toward a bigger goal, it all matters. And the more you take action, the more confident you'll become. It's like building muscle. The more you lift, the stronger you get. The more action you take, the more you'll begin to trust yourself and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. I want you to think about something for a second. Think about the last time you took action, even when it felt hard. Maybe it was a decision you made that required you to push through doubt, to fight against the temptation of staying in your comfort zone. Maybe it was a moment where you felt afraid, but decided to take one step forward anyway. That's what relentless action looks like. It's doing it even when it's uncomfortable, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's continuing to move forward when most people would rather just stop. One of the most powerful things about relentless action is the momentum it creates. Every time you take action, you build momentum. And momentum is like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small and maybe not even noticeable, but as you keep moving, it picks up speed and power. The more you take action, the more it becomes easier to take action again. That's the key. It's not about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about taking action first, and then motivation follows. That's how you build the kind of unstoppable energy that leads to success. The world doesn't care about your doubts, your fears, or your hesitations. The world rewards those who act. That's the truth. And that's what separates the ones who succeed from the ones who stay stuck. The ones who succeed are the ones who don't waste time thinking about whether they're ready. They don't wait for things to line up perfectly. They act. They take bold steps, even when they're not sure how things will turn out. And even when they fail, they don't stop. They adjust, they learn, and they keep moving forward. Relentless action means you never stop pushing, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. This isn't about doing things perfectly. It's about doing them consistently. It's about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and believing that each step you take is bringing you closer to the person you want to become and the life you want to create. Even on the days when you're tired or when you feel like giving up, relentless action means you push through. It's not about feeling motivated all the time. It's about making the decision that you're going to take action, no matter how you feel. You might think, well, I don't know how to take action. I don't know where to start. Let me tell you something important. Action doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. It doesn't matter if you don't know every detail or if you feel like you're not quite ready. What matters is that you start. And once you start, you can adjust, you can learn, you can grow. But you can't do any of that unless you take that first step. So don't let uncertainty or fear keep you stuck. Just start. Even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, start now. Relentless action is about eliminating excuses. It's about making a decision that no matter what, you're going to push forward. The moment you stop making excuses, the moment you stop letting fear hold you back, that's when things begin to change. That's when the doors start to open. You've probably heard it before, but it's true. Excuses are the thing that keeps most people from their dreams. But you have the power to eliminate them from your life. When you commit to relentless action, you're telling yourself that no matter what happens, you're going to do what it takes. You're not going to let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back. So here's the challenge. The next time you feel that urge to hold back, to wait for the right time, or the right conditions, push through. Take action anyway. It doesn't matter if you feel ready. What matters is that you're moving. And the more you move, the more momentum you build. The more momentum you build, the easier it becomes. And soon you'll look back and realize that all those small actions led to something big. They led to a transformation in your mindset, a transformation in your results. And that's what relentless action does. It changes everything. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the stars to align. Start now. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Because relentless action is the key to unlocking your true potential. And once you unlock that potential, there's no stopping you. You'll be unstoppable. And that's the power of relentless action. It's the power to change your life, one step at a time. Number 6, turning setbacks into motivation. We all face them. It's how we handle them that separates the successful from the unsuccessful. The truth is, most people let setbacks stop them. They let failure knock them down, and they stay down. But that's not you. You're different. You understand that setbacks are not the end. They're just a part of the process. And when you change the way you look at setbacks, you'll realize they hold the keys to your success. In fact, it's through overcoming setbacks that we build resilience, strength, and the mindset of someone who is truly unstoppable. It's easy to look at setbacks and think, this is it. This is where I've failed. This is where I'm stuck. But that's a trap. The moment you let setbacks define you, you lose. It's like giving up before you've even had the chance to grow. Setbacks are nothing more than opportunities to push through, to rise above, and to come out stronger on the other side. And here's the secret. When you turn setbacks into motivation, you turn every obstacle into a stepping stone toward your goals. Every challenge you face gives you the chance to become better, wiser, and more capable than before. Look at the world's greatest achievers. They didn't get there by avoiding setbacks. They didn't get there by sitting back and hoping for everything to be easy. They faced setbacks head on, and each time they learned from them. They turned their mistakes into lessons and used those lessons as fuel to keep moving forward. Think about the last time something didn't go as planned. Maybe you didn't hit your target or something fell through. The typical response is to feel defeated, right? You start to question yourself, wonder if you're good enough or if it's worth trying again. But what if I told you that the key to success lies in how you respond to those setbacks? What if I told you that instead of letting those moments discourage you, you could use them as a launching pad to get closer to your goals? When you face a setback, it's an opportunity to learn. Every time you fall, you're learning how to get back up. Every time something goes wrong, you're learning how to do it right the next time. And that's the key to success. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it. It's about understanding that failure is simply a part of the process. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself, stepping outside your comfort zone, and doing something that matters. If you're not failing, if you're not facing setbacks, then you're not trying hard enough. You're not growing, and you're not moving forward. Now, I want to challenge you to start looking at setbacks in a different way. Instead of seeing them as signs of weakness or failure, see them as proof that you're pushing the limits of what you're capable of. Every setback you face is proof that you're working towards something bigger than yourself. It's proof that you're on the path to success. And when you start to view setbacks this way, they lose their power over you. They no longer have the ability to stop you. Instead, they become a driving force that propels you forward. Let me give you an example. Think about a time when you've been knocked down. Maybe it was a goal you didn't reach, a project that failed, or something that didn't go as planned. How did you respond? Did you give up, or did you find a way to rise again? The people who are truly unstoppable don't let setbacks define them. They get back up, they analyze what went wrong, and they take what they've learned to move forward. And when you do this consistently, you build momentum. You start to see every setback as a small part of the bigger picture. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize that all those setbacks helped you get to where you are today. When you embrace setbacks, you also build mental toughness. You start to develop the strength to face any challenge, knowing that you have the ability to overcome it. And that mental toughness becomes a cornerstone of your success. It's like building a muscle. The more you face setbacks, the stronger you get. And the stronger you get, the more resilient you become. Eventually, setbacks won't faze you at all. They'll just be another part of the journey, another challenge to conquer. The more you practice this mindset, the more you'll realize that setbacks are simply opportunities to grow. They're stepping stones, not roadblocks. And the faster you pick yourself up after a setback, the faster you'll reach your destination. But here's the thing, you have to make the choice to not let setbacks stop you. It's not about avoiding challenges or trying to get through life without facing difficulties. That's not the way the world works. The world is full of challenges, and the only way to truly succeed is to face those challenges head on with courage and determination. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people refuse to quit. No matter how many setbacks they face, they keep pushing, keep learning, and keep growing. They don't let setbacks define them. They use them to fuel their success. You have the power to turn every setback into motivation. You have the power to rise every time you fall. The next time something doesn't go as planned, remember that it's not the end. It's just a detour, a small bump in the road. It's not a sign that you're not good enough. It's a sign that you're on the right track. And when you keep moving forward, when you keep learning and growing, you'll come out stronger and more capable than ever before. So don't let setbacks hold you back. Don't let them define who you are. Let them motivate you to keep going. Let them teach you the lessons you need to learn to become stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. The world is waiting for you to step up, to keep going, and to turn every setback into fuel for your success. You've got this. Keep pushing forward, and watch how every setback turns into a springboard that propels you toward your goals. Number 7, focus on what you can control. There are countless things in life we cannot control. We can't control the weather. We can't control the actions of others. And we certainly can't control everything that happens in the world. But here's the thing. What you can control is everything that happens within yourself. You can control your mindset, your responses, your actions, and your attitude. And when you understand this simple yet powerful truth, you'll start to realize that all the power you need to create the life you want lies within your control. The first step to living a life of purpose and success is to focus on what you can control. When you focus your energy on things outside of your control, you give away your power. You start to get frustrated, anxious, and overwhelmed by things that don't really matter. You can't control the traffic, but you can control your response. You can't control how someone else behaves, but you can control how you react. The moment you start focusing on the things that you can control, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, you regain control over your life. And when you regain control over your life, you become unstoppable. Think about it for a second. Every time you focus on what you can't control, you're wasting valuable energy. You're giving away your focus and your time on things that will never serve you. How many times have you found yourself stressing over situations or people that you have no influence over? That's energy you could have used to work on yourself, to grow and to move closer to your goals. Imagine how much more progress you could make if you stopped worrying about everything you can't change and started focusing on what you can. It starts with your mindset. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have in your entire arsenal. When you choose to focus on the things you can control, you choose to take responsibility for your own life. You stop being a passive observer and become an active creator of your own destiny. You stop making excuses and start taking action. The power is all yours, and the best part is, it's always been yours. The only thing you need to do is decide to use it. Now, this doesn't mean you can control every single outcome in your life. Of course, things will happen that are outside of your control. There will be setbacks, challenges, and obstacles that come your way. But here's the difference. When you focus on what you can control, you focus on how you respond to those challenges. You focus on your attitude, your perseverance, and your resilience. And when you respond to life's challenges with a strong, positive mindset, you will always find a way to succeed, no matter what comes your way. Take a look at the most successful people you know, whether they're in business, sports, or any other field. They are masters at focusing on what they can control. They understand that they can't control the economy, the weather, or what other people do, but they can control how hard they work, how they stay disciplined, and how they keep moving forward no matter what. They take responsibility for their lives and don't waste time complaining about things they can't change. And because they focus on what they can control, they keep making progress toward their goals, no matter what obstacles come in their way. You can do the same. Start by taking a step back and asking yourself, what can I control in this situation? In any given moment, you have choices. You can choose to take positive actions toward your goals, or you can choose to stay stuck in the same old habits. You can choose to rise above negativity, or you can let it pull you down. The most successful people understand that success isn't about waiting for things to get easier. It's about deciding to take action, no matter what the circumstances are. They focus on what they can control, and they use that control to shape their future. Let's take a moment to think about your daily habits. Are they contributing to your success, or are they holding you back? Are you using your time and energy to focus on what you can control, or are you letting distractions and negative influences take over? Every day you have the power to decide how you use your time. You can choose to focus on learning, growing, and improving, or you can choose to waste time on things that don't matter. When you focus on what you can control, you'll realize that every moment is an opportunity to get closer to your goals. Another key area of control is your emotional state. It's so easy to let our emotions control us. We get upset when things don't go as planned. We get discouraged when we face setbacks. And we let frustration take over when things don't seem to be working out. But here's the secret. You have the power to control how you feel. No one can make you feel a certain way unless you let them. The moment you decide to take control of your emotions, you take control of your life. You can choose to stay calm in the face of chaos, to stay positive even when things aren't going your way. And when you choose to master your emotions, you become unstoppable. This doesn't mean you'll never feel frustration or disappointment. It's natural to feel those emotions, but the key is not to let them control you. Don't let a bad moment turn into a bad day. Don't let one setback make you feel like you've failed. When you focus on what you can control, you gain the emotional strength to stay positive, to stay focused, and to keep moving forward. You start to realize that challenges are temporary, but your mindset is permanent. And when you master your mindset, you'll be able to turn every challenge into an opportunity. Ultimately, focusing on what you can control is a decision. It's a decision to stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the creator of your life. When you take full responsibility for your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions, you become empowered. You realize that you have the power to change anything you want in your life, as long as you focus on what you can control. You can't control the world around you, but you can control how you respond to it. And that response is what determines your success. So remember this: when you focus on what you can control, you take back the power. You stop worrying about the things that don't matter, and you start focusing on the things that will help you achieve your dreams. And when you make this shift, everything in your life starts to change. You start making progress faster, overcoming obstacles more easily, and moving closer to your goals with every step. The power has always been within you. It's time to take control and start shaping the life you want. Number 8, developing mental toughness. Life is challenging. It's full of obstacles, and at times it can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. Every great achiever, every person who's done something remarkable in this world, has faced these challenges too. What sets them apart is not that they avoided difficulties. It's that they were able to develop something called mental toughness. And it's this mental toughness that will carry you through the toughest of times. It's what enables you to bounce back from setbacks, keep going when everyone else would give up, and maintain focus and strength no matter what life throws your way. Mental toughness isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Building mental toughness starts with a decision. It's a commitment to yourself that no matter how tough things get, you're not going to back down. You won't let fear, self-doubt, or the opinions of others stop you from moving forward. You make the decision that nothing will break your spirit, no matter how many times you fall. The key is understanding that it's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to get up stronger every time you fall. One of the most important aspects of mental toughness is resilience. It's the ability to endure through difficult circumstances and come out the other side, not just intact, but better. Resilience is what allows you to face challenges head on, not shy away from them. It's a mindset that says, no matter how tough the situation is, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to figure out a way to keep moving forward. Every time you go through a hard situation and choose to keep going, you build that muscle of resilience. Over time, you'll realize that your ability to withstand life's challenges gets stronger and stronger. It's like lifting weights. You get stronger the more you practice. But resilience doesn't just come from enduring hardships. It comes from how you view those hardships. Most people see failure as a setback. They view it as something that defines them, something that says, you're not good enough. But resilient people don't see failure that way. They see it as a lesson. They look at failure as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to improve. This mindset shift is critical. Instead of saying, this is too hard, I can't do it, you start saying, this is hard, but I'm going to figure it out. Another key component of mental toughness is self-discipline. The ability to stay focused on your goals, no matter how tempting it might be to give up or take the easy route, is essential. Mental toughness is not about being able to endure for short bursts. It's about sustaining your effort over the long haul. It's about being able to do the right thing, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how tired you are or how many obstacles get in your way. And this level of discipline doesn't just appear overnight. It's something you cultivate over time by making small, consistent decisions that align with your goals. Self-discipline is what enables you to stay on track, even when you don't see immediate results. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like, but mental toughness tells you to keep going, to trust the process. Even when the rewards are slow in coming, you keep working, you keep pushing, and you keep believing that your efforts will eventually pay off. You stop looking for instant gratification, and instead you focus on the long-term payoff. But here's the thing, mental toughness doesn't mean pushing through everything without rest or without taking care of yourself. It's about balance. You have to know when to push hard and when to step back, recharge, and reset. Overworking yourself doesn't make you tough. It just burns you out. Mental toughness is about knowing when to push your limits and knowing when to pull back and recover so that you can keep going over the long term. It's the ability to recognize your limits and challenge them, but also recognize when you need to rest to avoid breaking down. You also have to learn how to block out the noise. There will always be people who tell you what you can't do, who tell you that you're not good enough, or that you'll never make it. Mental toughness means not letting these voices affect you. It means developing a strong sense of self-belief that no one's words can shake. It's about focusing on your own path and trusting that you're capable of achieving your goals, no matter what others say. You can't let fear control you. Fear is a natural part of life, but it's also something that can hold you back if you let it. The mentally tough person is the one who faces their fear and moves through it, not around it. You don't let fear dictate your decisions or your actions. You let your goals and your purpose drive you. Every time you push through fear, you become stronger. Every time you face a fear head on and come out the other side, you build that mental muscle that makes you tougher, more confident, and more capable. Building mental toughness is an ongoing process. It's not something you master overnight, but something you develop every day. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about staying disciplined when everything around you wants to pull you off track. It's about maintaining your focus and belief in yourself when the road gets tough. And most importantly, it's about knowing that no matter how hard things get, you will not quit, you will continue, and you will succeed. So every time you face a challenge, remember that it's not the challenge that defines you, it's your response to it. Mental toughness is built in those moments of difficulty. It's what helps you keep moving when others stop. It's what pushes you to reach your full potential. And when you develop mental toughness, you'll find that there's no obstacle too great, no setback too severe, and no dream too far out of reach. Number 9, embrace the journey, not just the destination. Success isn't something you reach at the end of a long, difficult journey. Success is the result of every small decision you make, every step you take toward your goals. Too many people get hung up on the idea of the destination, the final achievement. But the truth is, the journey is where the magic happens. Every day, every action, every thought that aligns with your goals is progress. It doesn't matter if you're not where you want to be yet. What matters is that you're still moving forward. The process of growth, the lessons learned, the skills developed, and the experiences gained are what truly shape your success. When you embrace the journey, when you accept that it's a continuous evolution, you'll start to enjoy the ride rather than focusing solely on the finish line. Most people make the mistake of thinking that success is something that will arrive in the future, like a destination you can eventually reach if you work hard enough. They set themselves up for disappointment by imagining a life where everything finally falls into place. But the truth is, there is no final perfect moment. Success is not a single event. It's the culmination of thousands of small steps, each one a victory in itself. When you focus on the journey instead of obsessing over the destination, you begin to experience success in every day you show up and put in the effort. The first step to embracing the journey is letting go of the idea that success should happen instantly. It won't. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes a willingness to push through the hard days. There will be times when you feel like you're not making any progress, like you're stuck in the same place, and it's tempting to want to quit. But those are the moments when you need to remind yourself that success is a process, and progress is often invisible at first. When you feel like you're not getting anywhere, that's when you're actually laying the foundation for future breakthroughs. Every failure, every setback, every struggle you face is helping you grow stronger and smarter. Each day you show up, you're getting closer to who you need to be in order to reach your goals. People often talk about the grind, the hustle, the sweat and tears it takes to succeed. And yes, those things are important, but what they don't tell you is that the grind is not always glamorous. It's not always filled with excitement and adrenaline. Sometimes it's just about showing up, day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about building habits, developing consistency, and trusting that eventually the effort will pay off. This is where most people fall short. They expect quick results, and when they don't see immediate success, they quit. But those who understand the journey know that the small wins, the daily progress, are just as important as the big victories. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. When you learn to embrace the journey, you stop seeing the difficult days as obstacles to be avoided. Instead, you see them as opportunities to grow. You stop looking for shortcuts and start focusing on building a strong foundation. You start to appreciate the lessons that come from every challenge, the wisdom that emerges from every setback. Instead of fearing failure, you begin to view it as a valuable part of the process. Every failure is simply another opportunity to learn and adjust. And when you shift your perspective in this way, you begin to enjoy the process of becoming better and better every day. One of the most powerful ways to stay committed to the journey is to celebrate the small wins. Too often we focus only on the big goals, the end result, and forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Every time you make progress, no matter how small, take a moment to celebrate it. Give yourself credit for the effort, the consistency, and the hard work. Celebrating your small wins will keep you motivated and help you stay focused on the process, not just the destination. It's the small victories that keep you going, that keep the momentum building. They remind you that the journey is worth it, even when the finish line feels far away. You also need to understand that the journey isn't always going to be linear. You're going to face ups and downs. Some days will feel like massive steps forward, while others will feel like you're taking 2 steps back. That's normal. Success doesn't happen in a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But those detours are often where the greatest lessons are learned. Those moments of struggle are what teach you resilience, patience, and persistence. When you embrace the journey, you start to see these setbacks not as failures, but as part of the process. And you begin to understand that they're helping you develop the skills and mindset you need to handle bigger challenges in the future. So take the pressure off yourself. Don't expect to have it all figured out right away. Don't expect everything to go according to plan. Success isn't about achieving perfection. It's about growing through the imperfections. The more you focus on the journey, the less you'll worry about the destination. And when you stop focusing so much on the end result, you'll realize that success is happening every day, every step forward, every effort you make, every lesson you learn. It's all success. And as you continue to move forward, one day you'll look back and realize that the journey was the best part all along. This shift in mindset is powerful. It changes how you approach every day, every challenge, and every opportunity. When you embrace the journey, you start to love the process of becoming better. You stop rushing, you stop stressing, and you start enjoying the ride. And eventually, when you do reach your goals, you'll realize that the destination wasn't the true reward. The true reward was the person you became along the way. The growth, the transformation, the strength that was built in the process, that's the real success. So enjoy every step because each one is a victory, and the journey is the ultimate reward. Number 10, make the shark mindset yours. It is not just a catchy phrase or something that sounds good on paper. It's a way of life. It's a choice, a decision to operate from a place of relentless commitment, unshakable confidence, and a powerful drive that won't let you stop, even when the road gets tough. And if you've ever wondered how some people seem to just keep pushing forward no matter what, it's because they've learned to make the shark mindset their own. They understand that every day, every single moment, is an opportunity to either move closer to their goals or remain stagnant, and they've chosen to move forward. It's so easy to get caught up in the idea that success is something that happens to certain people, those who were born with an advantage or had all the right breaks. But let me tell you something. It's not about luck. It's about commitment. And if you want to make the shark mindset yours, you need to understand that success isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's something you have to chase down, grab, and hold on to with everything you've got. A shark doesn't just wait for food to come to it. It goes after it. And that's how you need to approach your goals. You need to go after them with everything you have. Making the shark mindset your own starts with recognizing that nothing in life is going to come easily. There will be obstacles, distractions, and challenges that will try to throw you off course. And guess what? That's normal. That's part of the process. If you want to be truly unstoppable, you need to develop a mentality that doesn't get rattled by setbacks, delays, or failures. You need to develop the kind of determination that refuses to accept no for an answer. This mindset is about knowing that no matter what, you will keep moving forward, one step at a time, even if those steps are small. Now, I know that sounds easier said than done, but let me remind you, every person who's ever accomplished something great started exactly where you are right now. They didn't have it all figured out, and they didn't have all the answers. They simply decided that they were going to push through the tough times and make their vision a reality. And that's exactly what you need to do. Decide that the shark mindset is yours, and that nothing, not failure, not fear, not obstacles, will stop you from getting where you want to go. Another key to making the shark mindset yours is embracing the importance of focus. A shark is always moving forward. It doesn't get distracted by what's happening around it. It has a goal, a purpose, and it relentlessly pursues it. In the same way, you must learn to block out distractions and stay focused on your goals. There are a million things trying to pull your attention in different directions, but the most successful people are the ones who can block out the noise and stay zeroed in on what really matters. This kind of focus requires discipline, but the good news is that it can be developed. Start by identifying your most important goals and making them non-negotiable. Treat them like your shark-like pursuit of food. Do whatever it takes to stay on course and keep moving forward. When you make the shark mindset yours, you stop worrying about the opinions of others. Sharks don't concern themselves with what other creatures are doing. They don't waste energy comparing themselves to others or wondering if they're good enough. They simply go after what they want with full intensity. And that's what you need to do as well. Stop wasting time thinking about whether or not you're good enough or if others are judging you. The truth is, most people are too focused on their own lives to pay attention to yours. So let go of self-doubt and start focusing on your own path, your own progress, and your own journey. The shark mindset also requires a level of resilience that many people never develop. You see, sharks don't get discouraged easily. They understand that setbacks are part of the journey. They don't get stuck in the past or waste time feeling sorry for themselves. When a shark encounters an obstacle, it keeps moving forward, figuring out how to navigate around it. And that's exactly how you need to approach challenges. Life will throw things your way that seem like they'll stop you in your tracks. But the shark mindset teaches you to keep moving. It teaches you that every obstacle is just another opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. And the more resilient you become, the more unstoppable you'll be. It's also about knowing that you have the power to control your actions. A shark never waits for permission to move forward. It simply does. The same goes for you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect plan. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time to start. The only thing you can control is what you do right now. You are in control of your actions. You have the power to decide whether you move toward your goals or away from them. The shark mindset means taking responsibility for your actions, taking ownership of your decisions, and never blaming external circumstances for your lack of progress. When you fully commit to making the shark mindset yours, you stop making excuses. Excuses are the enemy of success. When you make excuses, you give yourself permission to not do the work. But if you want to be truly unstoppable, you have to learn to eliminate excuses from your vocabulary. You have to stop telling yourself that you don't have enough time, that you're not good enough, or that the odds are stacked against you. The shark doesn't make excuses. It just moves forward. And you need to adopt that same mindset. No more excuses. No more delays. Just pure relentless action toward your goals. At the end of the day, making the shark mindset yours is about embracing the power of persistence. It's about knowing that you won't always get things right on the first try. You won't always have all the answers, and you'll probably fail more times than you'd like. But it's the ability to get back up and keep moving forward that makes all the difference. The shark mindset is a mindset of perseverance. It's a mindset that refuses to let setbacks, failures, or challenges stop you from moving forward. And when you develop this mindset, you'll realize that nothing is truly impossible. You'll understand that as long as you keep moving forward, there's no goal too big, no dream too far out of reach. So as you move forward today, ask yourself, what would you accomplish if you truly embraced the shark mindset? What could you achieve if you committed to being relentless, fearless, and unstoppable? The truth is, you already have everything you need to make this mindset your own. You have the power, the determination, and the strength within you to take on anything life throws your way. All you need to do is decide to make the shark mindset yours and never look back. Once you do that, nothing will be able to stop you. Nothing at all.